With the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalithaa in hospital now for almost 3 weeks, several questions are being asked on where she stands in terms of her road to recovery. She's been in hospital now for quite some time. There are medical bulletins which are coming out. The Finance Minister, Mr. Jayalalithaa, visited Apollo Hospital in Chennai today. Questions are being asked about the process in which some of the key ministries have been taken away from her temporarily and given to Mr. Panneerselvam, her right-hand man and the senior AIADMK leader. Joining us now to discuss this, Ms. Sia Saraswati, spokesperson of the ADMK, Manu Sundaram, spokesperson of the DMK, and Armani, the senior journalist. Ms. Saraswati, what is Jayalalitha's condition presently?
She's doing very well. She's very better now. She's reacting for all the medicines, and doctors gives a hope she'll be back home very soon. We are confidently telling, because we never say lie and the doctors never say lies. Our Honorable CM is getting very well. She's responding very well. Very soon she'll be back home. Definitely.
All right. On Monday, Apollo Hospital had said, and I quote, necessary respiratory support, antibiotics, nutrition, supportive therapy and passive physiotherapy are being given. Now, these are very serious issues and this spells it out. Has her condition improved since then?
Yeah, definitely. Even Dr. Richard gave a very brief, when Honorable Rahulji came, he met Dr. Richard and he gave a very brief, says that CM is responding well. See, all the disease started her, it's not, none of the doctors said it is very serious. It's beyond the limit, nothing like that. She's getting better. She's doing better. She's responding well. All the doctors in Apollo, every press release, the treatment is continuing. What doctor feels is, let her take rest and let her be in observation for some more time. That's a word comes from the doctor. None of the doctors said it is beyond the limit or very serious. Nothing like that. Everything is in control. She's doing very well, and doctors are also taking very much of care for Honorable CM. This is the thing happening in Apollo Hospital, and this is the fact.
And is she on respiratory
social
support?
Social medias are giving a wrong news.
Is she on respiratory support? This is what Apollo had said on Monday.
Not all the time, not all the time. Whenever it needs, they give her, but not all the time. Some rumors in social medias are creating as if something happening very big. This all comes in social medias. But the exact thing is, CM is recovering very well.
Okay.
Every day we go to the hospital. We get the reports from the doctors of Apollo.
Is she communicating with you? Is she able to communicate with
See, I'm sorry. When a person is affected by infections, do you think anybody can go near and talk except the doctors?
Is she communicating with the doctors?
We can see her.
Is she communicating with the doctors?
Definitely doctors. What all the doctors taking care of our CM. They go near, they talk to her, they take care of her. Anybody can. See, infection is one of the dangerous things. Anybody can go and come in. What is the use of going to the hospital? Definitely when a patient has, not only to our CM, any patients, if they get infection, definitely they have to keep themselves away. Because when we go out from outside, you can't meet the patient straight away.
Ma'am, I am not suggesting that that others apart from doctors meet her. I am not suggesting that at all. I am merely asking you now another question. Is she being able to communicate with her doctors?
Last few days, she's really very well. We got the reports from the doctor. Very well, she's responding. She read papers also. The doctor said this. Not outsiders, and she's really getting better. We can confidently, we are telling. We are not telling without mind. We are confidently telling our CM is getting better. Confidently, we are telling.
That's extremely good news for millions of people in Tamil Nadu who are looking upon her recovery as something that they really want to happen very fast.
From all over the world, sir.
So, ma'am, this is important. This is important. What you are saying. You are saying that she is able to communicate with her doctors, she is reading her papers, at least she was over the last few days. Obviously, she's not constantly doing that, she's unwell, and that as of now, the path to recovery is in the correct direction. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
This being the case, Manu Sundaram, she is communicating with the doctors, she's reading papers. Does the DMK therefore accept the fact that, look, we will have a chief minister back in control very soon? It is a matter of time. Perhaps it will take more time instead of less time, but she is making progress.
Well, we all do hope that she comes back resumes official duties and starts performing the role as a duly elected Chief Minister. And we wish her all the best, regardless of how much time or how many days it takes. But Vishnu, these are the facts as we all know it. She has been admitted and she has been hospitalized for 21 days. She has been under the management of intensivists, pulmonologists and cardiologists, as well as a host of other doctors. As of now, we have not had a single press communique from the government regarding her health status. The bulletins that have been issued so far have been from the hospital, which is, let's face the facts, it's a private entity, though it may be treating a publicly
but how can you say that they are not credible? This is one of the most credible chains of hospitals in the country, right? So what they say is as good as it gets from anybody. Why does it have to come from the government? It comes from doctors.
Let's not cast aspersions on anyone. Now, if this is a doctor or a hospital or an institution that is giving a medical bulletin about you or your health or my health, that's a different matter. We are talking about the political leader of the state. Now, you do realize that there are different disclosure norms for a person like me and a person like the Chief Minister. So what we have expected, or what we do come to expect, is some sort of a government accountability in the process. Would it be so difficult for the government to officially give a health bulletin?
Let me put that question to Ms. C.R. Saraswati, ma'am. I personally don't understand why the government needs to issue a statement if the hospital is and doctors are. The government are not doctors. The government are bureaucrats and political leaders. But if some sections in Tamil Nadu, and this is the opposition, demands or requests a statement from the government on the condition of Jayalalithaa, why don't you give it? It is a fairly straightforward request.
This is the demand from opposition, not from the public. Anytime DMK will question something, if you say something, they'll say why you said. If you don't say something, they'll say why can't you say. One thing I'm telling, more than doctors, nobody can say about a patient, and that too about a honorable Chief Minister. They are giving a report about not as what Mr. Manusundaram, not an ordinary person. And a doctor from Delhi, AIMS also came. And they are giving reports about a honorable Chief Minister. They can't give a false report. A hospital like Apollo and the doctors from AIMS and the Dr. Richard from London, they can't give a false hopes. And all over India, many leaders are coming to the hospital today. Even DMK can clarify with the Congress leaders, Mr. Tirunavakarasu and the Honorable Rahulji, what is happening in hospital. They can ask that they are in the alliance with Congress. Let them ask. Let them go and talk with even Mr.
And you can also clarify from the office of the Finance Minister. Mr. Jaitley, who was here as well today.
If they don't believe us, let them ask the Congress, the alliance party.
Okay, I want to go across to Mr. Mani. I want to go across to Mr. Mani. Mr. Mani, the DMK has questioned the manner in which.
Vishnu,
just half a second. I'll come back to you. Manu, sure, in a moment from now. But Mr. R. Mani, I wanted to ask you the process in which some important portfolios have been transferred to Mr. Panneerselvam, have been questioned. The DMK has questioned it, and now in just the last little while, the PMK has questioned it, with Mr. Ramdos saying the governor should explain how Jayalalithaa advised him on the change of portfolios. The governor should not let unrelated people control government machinery. Does this look like politicking at a stage when a national leader is unwell?
No, this is not politicking. See, we can speak from the records which are in public domain. On October 3rd, the Apollo hospitals issued a press release, and for the first time they have disclosed that the Chief Minister was under reciprocatory support and other medicines were given to her. On October 8th, the Apollo hospitals in its press release said that apart from reciprocatory support, the Chief Minister was also administered passive physiotherapy. And on October 10th, the same lines were parroted. And on October 8th and October 10th, two press releases, there was no mention about the words about the, recuperating or responding well or on the road to recovery. Now, when a person is under reciprocatory support and administered, passive physiotherapy, how can it be possible to advise the governor? You see, the word on the advice of the governor, the advice as per the constitution is concerned, it's a very grey area. It may be an oral
No, but
advice
this
or
has
it may be a
happened,
written
but sir,
advice.
this has happened
But
in the past, Mr. Mani, as you know, in 1984. In fact, Jayalalitha's political mentor, MGR, was unwell as well. So there is a past precedent for this having taken place. Mr. Nehru Chezian was given charge back in 1984 at that stage on the instructions of the governor. So if the governor feels that Mr. Panneerselvam is correct or is right in taking over some key portfolios, what difference does it make of of the process of transfer? There is an elected government in place. The chief minister is sick. A senior leader has taken over. So what's wrong with that?
Vishnu, 1 minute. The analogy you given of 1984, it itself was wrong. There are several, criticism about that incident also. Now, after 32 years, now you are saying that on the advice of the chief minister, these portfolios have been, allocated. Not only the PMK and the DMK, even constitutional experts have started questioning the very process of this transfer of portfolios to a minister. Now, you see, there is going to be we are expecting an ordinance about the panchayat elections very soon. Now, without the signature of the chief minister, the governor cannot promulgate an ordinance. So, there are several issues involved in it. I am on a limited point, which is as per the Apollo Hospital's press releases, it has been made clear that the chief minister is under reciprocatory support and administered physiotherapy, passive physiotherapy, and advised a long stay in the hospital. So, under these circumstances, what sense it will make if the governor's office issues a press release that on the advice of the chief minister, these portfolios have been allocated?